Big tech companies like Meta, Google, and Amazon have been laying off a staggering amount of workers, tens of thousands of people.
Microsoft and Google, within just a couple days of each other, within 48 hours of each other, both announcing they're laying off 12,000 people in Microsoft's case, 10,000 people in Google's case.
And I think we aren't giving these layoffs as much due as they actually deserve. Right now, folks are saying, oh, well, that's just in the tech sector. It's a white collar layoff. It doesn't really matter as much.
So in today's video, we'll be discussing the topic of companies laying off employees in the United States. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a massive impact on businesses worldwide, with many companies struggling to stay afloat. As a result, many businesses have had to make tough decisions, including laying off workers. In this video, we'll explore why companies lay off employees, the impact on the economy, and what laid off employees can do to cope. So first of all, we have to know what are layoffs. Layoffs are a form of involuntary termination where a company terminates the employment of one or more employees due to business reasons. In most cases, employees are laid off because the company is facing financial difficulties and needs to cut costs. Layoffs can also occur due to a merger or acquisition, a company restructuring, or a shift in business strategy. So let's understand this section-wise. Let's start. Section 1. Why companies lay off employees. First, let's discuss why companies lay off employees. Companies often lay off employees due to financial difficulties. When a business is struggling to make ends meet, reducing its workforce can be a quick and effective way to cut costs. Additionally, companies may lay off workers due to automation or changes in the market. For example, a company may need to shift its focus to a new product or service, which may require a different skill set than its current employees possess. In these cases, the company may need to let go of some of its current employees and hire new ones with the required skill set. Section 2. Impact on the economy. The impact of company layoffs on the economy can be significant. When a large number of people are laid off, consumer spending tends to decrease, which can lead to a decline in economic growth. Additionally, laid-off workers often struggle to find new employment, which can lead to increased unemployment rates and a strain on government resources. The COVID-19 pandemic has had a particularly severe impact on the economy, with many companies being forced to lay off workers due to government-mandated shutdowns and reduced demand for goods and services. Section 3. The impact of layoffs on employees. Layoffs can have a significant impact on employees. Losing a job can be a stressful and traumatic experience, and it can take a toll on an individual's mental health and well-being. Additionally, laid-off employees may face financial difficulties as they search for a new job. They may also lose their health insurance benefits, which can be a significant burden for those with pre-existing conditions or ongoing medical needs. Section 4. The impact of layoffs on companies. Layoffs can also have a significant impact on the companies that implement them. While layoffs can help a company reduce costs in the short term, they can also have negative consequences in the long term. For example, layoffs can lead to a loss of institutional knowledge and experience, which can hurt the company's ability to innovate and adapt to changing market conditions. Additionally, layoffs can damage a company's reputation and lead to decreased employee morale and productivity. Section 5. Coping with being laid off. If you've been laid off from your job, there are several steps you can take to cope. First, take time to process your emotions and seek support from family and friends. It's essential to take care of your mental health during this difficult time. Second, consider applying for unemployment benefits. These benefits can help you cover your expenses while you search for new employment. Finally, update your resume and start searching for new job opportunities. There are many online resources available to help you find job openings, including job search websites and social media platforms. But the important point is how these companies can do to prevent layoffs. One solution is to focus on innovation and finding new ways to compete in the market. This could involve investing in new technologies, exploring new business models, or adapting to changing consumer behaviors. Additionally, companies can also focus on diversifying their revenue streams to reduce their reliance on a single product or service. Finally, companies can also consider implementing cost-cutting measures that do not involve layoffs, such as reducing non-essential expenses, implementing furloughs, and offering voluntary leave programs. In conclusion, the topic of companies laying off employees is a difficult and often challenging one. It's essential to understand why companies lay off workers, the impact on the economy, and how laid-off employees can cope. If you've been laid off, remember that you're not alone. Take time to focus on your mental health, seek support from others, and start taking steps to find new employment. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.